What we're seeing there, in terms of recognizing a body, even down to the feet,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do that without DeepX.
Yeah.
$800 to do that,
Yeah. And under $50, our solution.
under $50. We are at CES 2025. As you know, our job is to find disruptors. Our job is to find companies that you've not heard of, but can change your world. Every now and then, we stumble across a game changer. Here we go, game changer.
Hi.
Lokwan, who is the CEO of a company called DeepX. So, we're going to ask the question which we always ask, which is, Lokwan, if you didn't exist, what would a design engineer in Edge AI be doing today? What is the solution in legacy design today? And then we'll ask, now you do exist, how do you make a difference?
All right.
So, what are they doing without you?
All right. So without the MPU, we know DeepX is working for the MPU designs, is a kind of AI, processor for edge devices.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, without the MPU technology, normally engineer can use the CPU or GPU, which consumes a lot of power and the performance is really lower.
Yeah,
That's why
and expensive.
Expensive. At the same time, they may not able to implement, correct AI capability because of lack of processing capability.
Yeah. So we're talking about keeping all the processing going on in the edge. AI draws power, is expensive, and isn't necessarily realistic. So that's where we are today. And then we come to CES and we meet you. And we come across this company called DeepX. So now we know DeepX does exist. What do you do to solve that problem so they can have that level of processing power on the edge with low power and the processing they need? Over to you.
So mainly our technology provide over the 10 times higher efficiency in terms of processing.
Just repeat that. Just repeat. How many?
Over 10 times.
Over 10 times.
Higher efficiency in the processing, heat, and cost. That's our, our technology. Then we can enable the, AI capability on device in real time. That is our, disruptive technology.
Right. So that isn't actually disruptive. That's like somebody coming from another planet, landing their spaceship, bringing alien technology to the community. I've even got a T-shirt that says alien technology. That's like somebody coming along and saying, aliens gave us this. So
that's what I am alien.
I didn't say that. Okay, right. So 10 times the performance.
Yeah.
So why don't we have a look at, because obviously when you say things like 10 times, cynical design engineers are going to go, no.
I can compare.
Yes. Let's see this 10 times processing power in reality, and it wasn't delivered from aliens.
All right.
Over to you.
All right. So let me explain some couple of interesting application. So we already collaborate with the Hyundai Motor robotics teams. They wanted to make some robots, so they're moving autonomously. So they needed to detect the human body. So in the real time, they put the red color for the human body so that they can avoid the human body to hit. And also they also need to recognize the foot so that they can avoid the food, the fire usually.
So it's a very precise thing going on there, isn't it?
Exactly. So also the robot needs to understand the human gesture like this. So they made like this kind of, algorithm, and they ported the algorithm into our chip. And as you can see, it operates in real time.
Yeah. So from everything else that I've seen that we've introduced to our community, you wouldn't be able to do that on the edge without that kind of speed and that kind of processing and that kind of power usage. So are you saying that without you, that what we're seeing there in terms of recognizing a body, even down to the feet, you wouldn't be able to do that without DeepX?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So we're seeing it in real time, really existing. There you go. It's actually there. Shall we move on to the next one?
It recognized me as an ID number 1, but ID is just question, right?
Yep.
So let me. Okay, just stand here. Yeah. Stand here. Right. Now you are ID 9.
Right.
Right.
So it's instantly recognized me and it's differentiating.
That's right. So so also service robot needs to understand the situation. So let's say they have the 10 kinds of different services, but if the robot cannot understand who you are, then it cannot keep track that the sequences of service correctly, right?
Yep.
That's why robot also needs to recognize human face like this. So they need it. So also they implemented the algorithm and then on the GPU, and then they ported the algorithm into our chip, so that as you can see, very small computing system can process. Yeah. So this is Raspberry Pi. This is one of the tiniest computing system, and we connected our the card.
So that's a Raspberry Pi system in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So as you can see.
And all of this is edge. All of this isn't relying on a connection to the cloud.
Exactly.
It's all being done right there, right here, right now.
Exactly.
Right.
In the real time.
Right. Are you aware? Are you aware of anybody else that can do anything like that?
Somebody did it, but we provide higher, maybe multiple times higher power efficiency or processing performance.
Right. And then in terms of cost, obviously lots of design engineers, when they're looking to evaluate and trust technology, they're going to think, hang on a minute, I'm going to be charged a lot of money for that, for that power processing and that low power and that edge computing, that edge AI computing. How does that compete with anything else that you do on the edge in terms of pricing?
So I think I want to compare with the GPU first, and then I want to compare with existing other NPU technology.
Right.
Today.
Right. So you think that you are comparable in pricing today?
Why not? I can show.
This is a dynamic, interactive presentation with the CEO of DeepX. I don't know where he's going to go next, but it's very exciting.
All right. Right. So
I think what he's going to show us now, he's going to do a direct comparison.
Yeah, direct comparison between the GPU and our solution.
Right.
The same platform, but it costs around over $2,000. The chip cost is around $800 USD, but ours are under $50. But as you can see,
Hang on a minute. Just say that again. That is how much?
the chip cost is around $800 USD.
$800 to do that.
Yeah, and under $50 our solution.
Under $50. So we've just showed you real-time AI with low power, processing on the edge. If you had to do that with some company you might have heard of, $800. From a company you probably haven't heard of, but you have now on ipX, Lokwan from DeepX. How much?
Under $50.
Under $50. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly talk about performance.
Yeah. Another thing is power consumption. 40 watts and under 5 watts.
40 watts versus 5 watts.
That's right. And over 2 times higher performance, as you can see. So the frame rate is around under 300, but ours, it provides over
These figures here.
600.
So 297, 624.
Last thing, AI accuracy.
Right.
We used the integer 8-bit instead of the floating point 32-bit. We provide higher accuracy compared to the GPU.
Right.
So then my question, why do you need the GPU?
You don't.
I don't need it. we just need
The answer is you don't.
Why? Better life.
And the thing is, we're so wrapped up in that. We're so wrapped up in the wave of everything to do with that company we don't talk about. We think that's the only solution, don't we?
Yeah.
Because we see it every single day. And what you're showing is you don't need to do that. You've got a real solution today.
Yeah.
So if I'm an AI edge computing design engineer today, I know to get an evaluation kit for that is going to be one, very difficult, and it's going to be expensive. And I don't even know if it's going to do what I want it to do. So how do I evaluate that today?
So everybody can apply our early engagement customer program. Then we provide our chip, and we also provide a small, the computing systems like Raspberry Pi or Orange Pi. So
Yep.
even undergraduate students can use our platform to
Yep.
test
And where do they get that? Do they get from you, or do they get that from the channel?
through our website and others.
Right, through the website. And how much does that cost as an evaluation
Our
system?
evaluation system, it covers technical support. That's why it costs around $2,000.
$2,000.
But what's for cheap, under $50.
Under $50. Yeah, no, I understand. So every now and then we stumble across alien technology. Sorry, you were going to say something.
One more thing.
Go on.
I want to show direct comparison with another existing MPU solution.
Go on then.
This is an experiment, not a comparison, We run the same AI algorithm like this for each, MPU solution.
Yep.
This is our solution. This is one of our computer.
It doesn't matter. It's somebody else.
Somebody else.
They can draw their own conclusions.
But MPU-based solutions.
Yep.
But we wanted to show the difference of the technology,
Yep.
especially for the heats, because heat is very important in the embedded system because of the reliability issues, right? So we wanted to show the heat generation level. So we gave the same task. We put the butter on the chip.
So this is a true comparison.
Yeah.
It's a true comparison running as an experiment. So just quickly explain exactly what you're asking that chip to do in comparison to what that chip is doing, and then we'll show the difference between, will you believe it, melting butter or not melting butter, and melting butter to see the difference in the heat. So just quickly summarize what you're actually asking it to do.
Heat generation is very important for the embedded system. That's why through this experiment, we wanted to show, the excellence of our chips, heat.
Yeah. So we've talked about performance. We've talked about low power. We've talked about cost,
AI accuracy.
and AI accuracy. Thank goodness you're here, because I wouldn't have remembered those four things. But we talk about those four things.
Yeah.
And then the fifth thing, heat.
Even compared to the other MPU solution. GPU, they cannot run without the fan. But we don't need the fan, but there are a lot of heat. We don't have heat. So you can touch. Please touch it. Under your body temperature.
It is. It's ever so. Yeah. No, you're right. It's not even ever so slightly warm. It's nothing.
That's why we say untouchable innovation with touchable AI semiconductors. Now you proved it.
Absolutely. That's below body temperature running this AI experiment, whereas this is so hot, it's melted the butter, as you'd expect.
That's why we say intelligence by DeepX, cooler than human, then what? The coolest intelligence ever.
Non-melted butter.
That's it, that's all.
I think you might hear more from DeepX. I think you might hear more from Lokwan. I think he's changing the world. So look out for more coverage from ipXchange with more stuff that he does, which is going to help you create unbelievable edge AI computing with your projects, where you can get his development platform from his website. Thank you, Lokwan.
Thanks a lot.